Hey Mavericks, it's me Justin, and in this edition of Mavs Chat, we're going to do things a little bit different. By now, I'm sure that you are fully aware of the Black Lives Matter movement and are just as angered, scared, and upset as I am. To be discriminated against and senselessly murdered based solely on the color of your skin is truly one of the most evil and horrific things another human being can do, yet it's happened far too often and makes me physically sick to my stomach just thinking about it. With that being said, this entire situation has been an eye-opening experience for me to evaluate who I am, what I stand for, and how I want to help aid in the fight against racism. Whether you're sharing resources and petitions on your social media platforms, or are donating to various organizations who help fight social injustice, or are bravely participating in protests across the country, we're so proud of you. Seeing the UTA community come together is proof that there is still good in a world that is fueled by so much hate. But let's not focus on the hate, rather, let's focus on the love. Here at UTA, we love each and every one of our Mavericks, no matter where they come from, much less the color of their skin. We're a family, and families stick together, but more importantly, families stand up for one another. So what can you do to help your fellow Mavericks who are directly impacted by the current situation? Coming up next, our very own Zaria Turner sat down with Blaize, our newly elected student body president, as she shared some powerful words about the current situation.
Thank you for coming on Mavs Chat and for speaking with me. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Okay, so my first question for you is, I just want to know, how are you feeling? Because I feel like sometimes we don't really get asked that question a lot, and I feel like it's really important to just like discuss how are you feeling at this time.
Yeah, so pretty often, I feel exhausted. Honestly, just dealing with everything going on, doing my classes, going to events and protests. But honestly, since a few days ago, I'm feeling more fired up and energetic because, I just feel ready to keep fighting and stuff like that. You know, and basically I was just feeling more down, and it's easy to feel down during these times, but I'm like, man, if I don't do it, like in my position, like who else is going to do it? So that's what I've been telling myself to, keep the motivation going.
Yeah, that's definitely something I feel as well. And I feel like it's very important, like you brought up, like you feel tired and stuff, but the protest, but it's making you keep going. I feel like that's really important because I feel like sometimes there's like a notion like, okay, we protest, we sign these petitions, that's it. But our job is never done. This is not something that is going to change overnight.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Kayla Wilson said something a couple of days ago at a protest. She was like, I want this to be a movement, not a moment. And I really like that a lot. That's basically like, I stand behind that firmly. You can't just go to a protest and then go home and not do anything.
Yeah. And then as far as the George Floyd video, did you watch the video or did you?
So I didn't watch the full video. Honestly, I avoided it. I don't like seeing videos like that. It's really hard for me to, look at something like that. But, I understand what happened. I did see, some clips of it. But yeah, completely heartbreaking.
As far as ways that students can take action, so other than joining student government,
Mm.
how are ways that students can support and push these initiatives along?
So one thing that I did was, open up my email for students to send me suggestions and things of that nature. Send me stuff, because what I'm doing is taking them directly to university administration and talking to them about it, and discussing the possibility of implementing the things that people are recommending. They're looking to students right now to determine the next course of action, to determine what's best for us and how to support us. So really, this is our time to shine. I don't know if you've seen it, but I definitely saw the hashtag being black at UTA, where students were sharing their stories, facing racism, prejudice, microaggressions on campus. So these students, especially the ones that have faced these things, this is the time to tell them what exactly we need, what reform, what change needs to happen. So literally sending me emails or sending emails to, I feel like the best way is through me so I can adequately get it. If you're a student, just email me. Another way, like I said earlier, petitions help a lot. Signing petitions, are like for the community, America, stuff like that, making your voice heard. Another thing that people can do to help, with their own friends, call this stuff out. If you see your friend doing or saying something that they shouldn't be, that's racist, that's prejudice, call them out. Because a lot of the times people get really comfortable, like, okay, yeah, I can say this is just my friends, it's just a joke, not knowing that that's hurtful. You're still perpetuating those things that we're trying to get rid of, So small things like that, you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to do some grand thing. You could just do it right at your computer. You could do it talking to your friends, educating your family, stuff like that. That goes a long way.
Absolutely. Well, Blaize, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate your time.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me.
All right, everyone. Well, that's all that we have for this edition of Mavs Chat. I hope that this episode leaves you feeling inspired to be the change that you want to see in the world. Remember, Mavericks are stronger together. So let's all do our part to help aid in the fight for what's right. Stay safe.